Hello boys, it's me, Yoshi, and we are going to be doing a new playthrough today. This time we're going to be doing a 100% sort of blind playthrough of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening for the Nintendo Switch. And of course that means we're going to be getting every single item in the game, and yeah. It's gonna be kind of difficult because The Legend of Zelda generally has its games spread around everywhere, so it could be kind of difficult to do our stuff. Also, I believe this is the first time that we are playing a Zelda-based game or Legend of Zelda game on this YouTube channel, so that's gonna be pretty cool. So we have a couple of difficulty setups to select, but this is a blind playthrough, so we're gonna do the classic difficulty level rather than hero mode. Hero mode's generally for people who've already beaten the game before, so I'm not interested in doing that. So anyways, whenever I like to play these games, I always like to name the hero after a specific thing, so again, to fit in with my character, I'm going to call him Yoshi, obviously, just to make it easier to figure out stuff. And from there, we'll start the game. For those of you who don't know, this is originally a Game Boy Advance game, or I guess Game Boy game. And then this became a Switch. Anyways, well, we've apparently woke up. I thought you'd never wake up. You were tossing and turning. What? Zelda? No, my name's Marin. You still must be feeling a little bit loosey. You're on Kokolint Island. Well, let's start with talk to him. You finally stepped out of it. Name's Taran. Hope you're feeling better. What? How did I know your name? You think it's weird, huh? Well, I saw it on the back of this shield. You got your shield back. Oh. Well, just by talking, we've already gotten some stuff. Okay. It's weird. Follow the lane south to reach the beach where I found you. Since you lost the shore, lots of SE officers in the area, so be careful, okay? Is this a stand for something? It says piranha plant. Okay. Well, looks like we're into the linear section of the game now. Now, with Zelda, there's quite a few things you have to do to get 100%. You have to collect all of the items, and in this game, there's also upgrades for the weapons. So, we could do lots of other stuff with that. For now, though, we're just going to ignore it. And yes, in case you haven't already played this game was pretty weird. They added a lot of Mario enemies randomly added in with the Legend of Zelda enemies, which makes this pretty awkward. So, for one, there's a chain chomp in there, which I think is a little bit crazy. Okay. Anyways, we don't have much to defend stuff. So, a guy said that the only way we could do stuff is to head to this area first, so that's what we're doing. We're heading to the south area, just like you said. So, you're the lad who owns the sword. Now I understand why the monsters are starting to act so violently. A courageous lad has come to wake the windfish. It's said that you cannot leave this island unless you wake the windfish. You should go north to the mysterious forest. I'll wait for you there. Okay. So, we want to do this. It must be yours because it has your name engraved on it. You could sway it with me to attack any enemies in your path. Well, now we have a couple of things to do, but before we actually do anything, we should probably try exploring around in the different areas. Alright, what do you have for us? Seashell, this is a house. Actually, a hobby is collecting rare and unusual canned food. My mother is an artist, so I guess strange hobbies run in the family. Okay, so that's something we may have to learn for later. Depends. Alright. Find it kind of interesting that you could just move these spiky things by running into them. In some of the other games, they straight up can't do stuff. And by the way, those are not normal spike things. You might remember them more as Gordles from the Kirby series. So, yeah, this Zelda just has a lot of weird things. And, oh, there's a secret hole. So, of course, we're gonna file down it to see if there's anything, but turns out that was nothing. As silly as it might be tempting to explore the stuff, I actually kind of want to go to... I actually kind of want to continue the storyline enough to get the game going a little bit fast, so we'll go here first, just to continue the storyline. Brave lad on your quest to rake the dreamer. Welcome to the mysterious forest. Much of mystery you will find in this uncharted Kokolint. Afraid you might find it a trifle difficult to leave this island while the windfish naps. But, Vi, have you ever visited the Tail Cave, which is south of the village? Go there with the key you find in this forest. The windfish is watching. Okay. So already we're getting tips on how to reach each of the dungeons, which is pretty cool. But anyways, we have some interesting stuff to do now. Oh, this guy's just a tank. As Akuma knows, is very sensitive to stuff like dust and power. You can chop lots of stuff to get hearts. Oh. That's weird. You still got plenty of hemp. Come see me when you feel like you can't go on. Oh, there's a great fairy. Alright. We have to get to that from the other side. Might be better if I just avoid some of these guys. Okay, so that guy obviously warps us to that spot, so we can't necessarily go that way, so we're gonna try and come from here instead. Since this is my first playthrough, you'll probably accept to die a lot, because there's lots of stuff that can happen here. Wow. Okay, well, there's nothing there. Again, if we were playing hard mode, we would take double damage from enemies, and our actual attacks would also be weaker in general. So, yeah. no reason to do hero mode until much later in the game. Okay. Okay. Okay, we can push him. Right. Now I know that, I might want to do something else. Okay, we found some rupees. Rupees are actually surprisingly nice to get in this game early because the way I'm doing the route, we're not be able to get anything for free. Let's just say that much. We have to do lots of stuff. Okay, looks like we need to go for this cave in order to get further, so we're basically just gonna go for it and hope for the best. Alright. And yes, this game is quite different compared to our Zelda games, and I need the bracelet to level 1 to lift that up. There's a bracelet that lets you lift that. Okay. Another fake one. Sometimes the holes will actually lead to a completely secret area. That's why I'm basically forced to check them in order to make sure that we can do that. Since this is a blind playthrough, it's not necessarily easy to get through this very quickly. Okay, so that special one, whenever you kill enemies, you can get extra power that does us more damage, which is really cool. If we talk to Society, I'll just heal all my wounds immediately, which is cool. And yes, in case you're wondering, yes, I'm kind of stuck right now. I didn't actually rack up on how to do each individual area before doing this, so I guess you could say this is technically a first playthrough, a blind playthrough, but I've also watched the Game Boy Advance version, a full playthrough of that at least, so I'm not sure if I know it or not. Again, this was originally a Game Boy game before it got changed to something else. Oh. So, it looks like we can't actually do this at all. I just realizing something. Because as soon as we put the toadstool, that, like, signified that we can't actually get the key yet. As silly as it is, we have to immediately leave this area. Or I guess not immediately, but head to the right to actually find that secret area on the right. Which is okay at the end of this cave. Well, no, this cave led us to the thing in the first phase, so we have to go out of the forest via the right. Okay. At least we have a free heal. That's... Without that, I'm not sure how crazy this would be. Keep in mind, each enemy would do a full heart of damage in the regular mode. It just makes it especially obnoxious. Here's the way out. Now I remember. So you have to go to the Lich and give him the mushroom, just like you do in Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, to get this item. Oh, it has the sleepy toadstool, it does. We'll mix up something in a jiffy, we will. It's already is. Take care, as there's not much air. Why not try a bit in my hut? So now we can set this to either X or Y. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's done with. Okay. So yeah, we can finally get rid of this guy. The last thing I remember was biting into a big juicy OC toadstool. Then I had the darnest dream I was a raccoon. Yeah, sounds strange, but it sure was fun. So now we can finally get through and get the chest we are looking for, which has the key. Now you can open the tail cave gate, which will lead us to the next area. And also into another owl. So the owl definitely tells us that we're going the right way. Take the key now and go to tail cave. Retrieve the instrument that is hidden there. Go now. The windfish is waiting. I've never actually gone in this area before. I've noticed there's some stuff. Hello, it's me, Aria. Ask me anything about the island. If you get lost, give me a call. You know, there's a library in the village that might have some good information for you. Talk to you later. So this is like the info area, where you are told about the info stuff. Well, right now we aren't able to do this part yet. So we have to go back through this area again. Yeah. Now I just realized as soon as I got a mushroom that maybe going that same way wasn't necessarily good. But thankfully we're able to figure it out, and now we're kind of on track to the south area, which is where we're going to go. Also, this should be a secret this time. Yep, it is. So our first heart piece. We get our first heart piece. By getting 4 of these, we get an extra heart. So it's important to get as many of these as we can. And now I think I will actually go into some of the houses that were here. The properties of warp points. There's some warp points in Kokolint Island. You can warp to and from using these spots. You can only warp to a point you stood on with your own 2 feet. After you put a bomb down, you can pick it up by pressing A again. You can then throw it by pushing A one more time. A sub-screen you can get to. It is very useful. You can select your favorite items for the X and Y buttons there. Try many different things to find what's right for you. Maps of Evereys. You can see an island map by pressing minus. Zoom in or out with right stick. The rough parts of the map are places you are not visited. If there's a place you want to remember for later, you can press A to mark it with a pin. Press X to look back on your adventure, revisit memories, things you've learned, or conversations you had. How convenient. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, this is the map of the area, which shows us some stuff, and it's automatically marked some locations that we've seen, as well as the different areas, so yeah, this will be nice for later. And whoop, okay, I'm not actually done yet, hang on. Outlast of Kokolint Island. You could look up the name of the place. So that's a full map of the game without having to do a thing. Secrets of the Whirling Braid. The Whirling Braid technique has been handed down from generation to generation by the family of Eo. To use it, hold the B button to build up your power. When you have enough, you can release it. Can you master this? So that just told us how to do that. If you hold R, you can defend yourself from enemy attacks, and you can push enemies too. Besides the standard shield, there's also a mirrored variety that can reflect beams. Ask Secrets and Mysteries of Kokolint. What's this? Okay. So that one tells us we will have to come back later when we have a lens. My Bella is so proud of his fine fur coat. Keep in mind there are trophies around the game as well. I'm fine. And you? How to say, please call outside. It seems that Oman Arya is a shy guy in person. Huh. I think that means I have to go to here or something. Oh yeah, seeking. You know, there's a library in the village that might have some good information for you. That was literally the same thing that was said before. Okay, here's what I need. Oh, actually, it's a minigame. 1 play, 10 rupees. The buttons move the crane, the rest is just timing. Go over to alert to the buttons to play. Good luck. Well, we found another heart piece already. And I guess I may as well get Yoshi while we're at it, just to make things more fun. Though this one might be a little bit more difficult. Especially if I'm too far off. Obviously, this is a crane game, so it's precise down to the minute. If you don't get it just right, it becomes kind of annoying. This will be our last attempt, so that I don't... If the thing is right underneath it, then it should get it every single time. Okay, now we're done. I believe that's one of the trophies, and also we get another piece of art. Now, keep in mind, some of these rewards used to be different in the original race. Whoa, you've won the Yoshi doll. I've been trying to do that forever. Our mom is really desperate to have one. Oh. Oh, I need to talk to you. Oh, she's probably back at our house. The one up north with 2 doors. Oh. Okay. Thanks for telling me. There. Okay, now we have a new thing to look for, and this is curious. Nothing here at all. Now, if I remember correctly, there's actually some trophies that you have to get in this new version. I remember you. Marin. Hi, Turin went to the forest to look for toadstools, but I've already seen. Listen to this thing. It's called the Ballad of the Windfish. Alright. Alright. If we listen to these at a specific time, we can get songs in the game as well, which is really important. Oh, there's a secret seashell. That's another thing that's also new to this game. Game's version. Yeah, the Switch version adds a lot of stuff, and those secret seashells I definitely do not remember for the original game. I believe you need all of those to get a secret item later on in the game. Okay, this is the most important thing that I actually want. Here we're gonna go here. Shield. So here you can pick up items and drag it to him, and then you can kind of just do stuff after that. Well, little known fact, it's possible to actually steal an item from a shop, and if you do that, everyone starts hating you, and when you finally come back into a shop, you just die. I obviously don't want to show that off, because I'm more interested in doing other stuff, but I just thought I would tell you. I thought there were bombs there, but I guess there isn't. Is this a stand for something? It says who? Oh, will you give me that Yoshi dough? Thank you. You are indeed a generous person. I will give you this in return. Maybe you could trade the ribbon for something else. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be some bombs in here at one point. But yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess while we're at it, we may as well farm the extra rupees while we're at it. If we ever farm rupees in the game, this is probably the best place to do it. It's just walk in and leave over and over again, but we're not going to do that yet because we're still trying to do stuff. Again, I don't like when videos become boring. So we're gonna get back to the cave in the south that the owl told us about, and now we can actually deal with the enemies here this time. We have to go a little bit deeper this time in order to actually find the item that we want, or tail cave, or whatever. I'm pretty sure this is actually where a cave is, but I'm not sure if we can get to it without bombs. Usually I'd expect to have them by now, but I don't know. Alright. Like I said, it can be kind of tricky to know exactly where to go when you, the one clue you have just leads you into another trap. Yeah. So I'm guessing we need that eye for a trade quest right there, I guess. At least we know that the area is in the southern area, which means we are technically looking in the right area, but technically not. I do think we actually straight up need bombs from a shop. Because if we had bombs, we could just open that thing. Which I think is kind of interesting. I probably went too high, let's be honest, so maybe a little bit more to the right this instead. Yeah, see, there we go. That's the proper area we're supposed to go to. Right, we found it, finally. Now we're into our first actual dungeon of the game. Alright. That is when the game gets a little bit difficult. This game, I believe, does not have any animations. Okay. Alright. Well, it's nice that we're at least heading for a dungeon now instead of just doing nothing. I'm actually kind of surprised that we were able to find 2 pieces of heart as well already. These enemies are trying to be really annoying. I don't like it. The beaker stitch is insane. Oh, that was simple. Oh, wait a minute. It's crazy that this game has Mario enemies and Legend of Zelda game. It's just ridiculous. But yeah. Yeah. That's what this game is about, man. I found it kind of crazy the first time when they add Mario enemies in a Legend of Zelda game. Which doesn't really make sense, but it's funny in its own way. Well, okay. Vox feathers, I believe, are really important, I am. Yeah, okay, there we go. Now we can actually jump. This is one of the most important abilities in the entire game, and aim, as you can use it to essentially jump anywhere you want, and this could be used pretty much everywhere throughout the entire game to make some jumps that are normally not possible. Like, for one, we could just skip that completely now and not have to deal with it at all. It also lets us jump over 1 hole gaps, but not necessarily 2 hole gaps. You still have to clear those normally. And yes, for every few enemies we kill, we get some stuff. So, it's really important to collect some AMs. Okay, this side I think we could just bump off into the hole, since there's a hole nearby. So we can potentially go to that if we want, but we actually need to do something else to that. Okay. Okay. Some more rupees. Okay. Oh, okay. So that was the compass. So now we are able to see if there's any chests or keys nearby, which is actually pretty important since this is a beginner playthrough, as that'll tell you some stuff. That's what I thought. Probably should have collected all of these, let's be honest. Okay. Okay. Okay, nice. Okay, that's kind of an interesting spot. Oh, boss time. Alright. Got him. What does this do anyway? Oh, so that could just warp us to the start of the dungeon if we want. Okay, well, I didn't want to actually do that, so let's go back to start right now. At least we're going for the game now. That's nice to know. Okay. Just extra hearts, really. That's all. So really, we should have taken out this guy later. Okay, got it. That one was as simple as just matching the colors, I guess. Turn aside the signed ones with a sealed. Oh. So now we can finally see those owl hints proper, which is nice. Kind of interesting though, I was able to figure some of them out without doing that. Alright. This will be the big key, obviously. Or nightmare key, in this case. I just call it the big key because it's easier to do that. And we should be able to finish this dungeon now by just going straight to the end. Hate these Moldor things that go so close. It can get really obnoxious. Okay, looks like this does respawn, which is good. Just want to have full life for the boss. That's all. Outsider. The Moldorm is our first boss. Oh, wow. Oh, somehow we survived him. We were actually almost dead there. We were almost dead there. That was actually kind of scary. We would have been sent back to the start of the dungeon had that happened. You got the full moon cello. Cool. A dungeon seemed simple until that boss suddenly dealt a full higher damage. Swap. A path opens in the blooms. Huh? That's our hint. That's our hint that it's giving us. Oh, and here comes the owl. This is an instrument of the sirens. I have to admit, I did not believe you are real. That instrument, along with the 7 arrows in the set, has the power to rank the windfish. You must collect them all. I was instructed to give you directions. Your next goal is north in Gobanga Swamp. Indeed. Yes. That's interesting. We can't go over that, but we can go over other stuff, which is kind of weird. Hey buddy, it's serious. Yeah, real serious. Yes, the moblins came to the village. That's right, a whole game of moblins. And it's for real. They all went to the house. Yeah, that house. And they did something at Bow Wow's house. It was a real bad scene with the moblins. So, I mean, It might be faster to find out yourself what happened. It's terrible. My Bow Wow's dog-napped by moblins. Please, somebody help my poor Bow Wow. Okay. It's terrifying. It's actually kind of terrifying now I think of it. Now, yes, I do remember this from the original game. After you deal with the first dungeon, Bow Wow just kind of, just disappears and you have to get him back from the moblins. Of course, we have to go to the forest in order to get that, so back to the forest we go, I guess. We also have our first extra heart, which is nice. That's official, buddy. I'll only charge you 10 rupees. Here's the idea. Hold A and release to cast your line. The longer you hold it, the farther you cast. You can tug on your line by moving stick. Reel in a hurry. Keep tapping A real quick. You got this, little buddy. Nice. You held in a big fish. It's so heavy that you wish you caught something lighter. That's worth 26 rupees. The fish a little deeper down will love this one. Let me mark this occasion with a piece of heart. Oh! Okay, just random piece of art. I noticed that there's something at the bottom, which is probably a bottle, and we're gonna try and get it. Oh, we got it. We almost got it, but then stuff happened. I think our fish kind of got in the way there of trying to get the bottle. This is kind of interesting, just say that. We technically already did what we needed to do here. We got the piece of heart, which is the most important part, but there's also a bottle down there I want, which is why I'm trying to get that. Wow, we're just gonna slowly, keep doing that, apparently. This is gonna be really slow. The fact that it's even there on the first place is kind of weird. You can barely see this bottle, by the way. That's why we're trying to get it. At some point, I might actually consider catching a different fish just to make sure that we finish the... Okay. Looks like we'll need a stronger layer for that. But it's still nice that we're able to get that. In fact, in combination with that, we can get our first full actual heart container again from piece of heart by getting 4 pieces of heart. Right. It's pretty fun so far. Yeah, it would help if we didn't have those enemies get in our way all the time. Alright, we got another extra heart. Okay, well, the game wants us to go up, so that's clearly what we need to do. Oh, here's the Moblin Cave. What might be it? Where we can find our seed. Who's this suspicious looking runt? Okay, guys, let's get rid of him. Well, okay. I'm gonna actually end this episode a little bit early just to stay at the edge or whatever. So, there we go. We have one instrument and a couple of items, but we still need a lot more to finish this game. So anyways, guys, leave a like if you enjoyed this, comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video where we will continue going through The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Switch version. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Leave a like if you enjoy, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!